Hi. Have you ever watched movies on spaceflight and wondered if humans will ever make it to galaxies that are quadrillions of miles away from us? One way to survive such a long journey would be to induce human hibernation. And one surprising small group of tiny little birds that we can learn a lot from are hummingbirds. Hummingbirds are tiny little energetic ninjas. They fly super fast and they barely store any fat. That's how light they have to be in order to fly. They use up energy so quickly that they have to feed every few hours, otherwise they'll die. So how do they manage to make it through the night when they can't see their food and they can't eat? They use a strategy called torpor, which is kind of a daily form of hibernation, where they go from 41 degrees Celsius, which is warmer than our bodies during the day, to as cold as 3 to 18 degrees Celsius at night. This saves them a lot of energy. They can save 60 to 90% of their energy by using torpor at night. Watching this is amazing because they go cold and then they warm back up, wake up, and go about their day with no damage done. It's like watching bird magic. They become almost invisible to our thermal cameras in torpor because their bodies are so cold. Imagine if humans were able to do that, cool our bodies to like 40 Fahrenheit and warm back up without any damage at all. Right now, medical researchers are trying to find ways to safely cool patients in surgeries, especially stroke and cardiac patients. The cooler that organs get, the less damage they seem to undergo because cellular processes really slow down. But if it gets too cold, they do get damaged. The coldest that the human body has safely been cooled to so far is about 18 degrees Celsius. Some mammals, like Arctic ground squirrels, are famously known to hibernate for up to 8 months to weather the cold, frozen Arctic winters. We know to some extent how mammals like squirrels and bears hibernate, but if we can look more broadly and look for similar patterns in other animal groups, we can maybe find shared pathways, shared genes that many groups use, and better understand more generally how torpor works. If we can learn how different animal groups use torpor, we have a better chance of understanding how to safely cool and rewarm human bodies. I recently discovered that hummingbirds are not only able to cool their bodies all the way down to a minimum tolerable body temperature in torpor, but they can also opportunistically cool just a little bit, 6 to 8 degrees Celsius, and save a little bit of energy. So they seem to have extremely fine control over their metabolism. I think if we can identify which genes in different organs like the brain, the heart, the liver, allow hummingbirds to regularly and safely cool and warm their bodies, we can learn a lot about bird energetics. But beyond that, by comparing the genes that hummingbirds use to enter torpor with the genes that mammals and humans have, we can figure out if there are common genetic pathways that we can tune to allow for safer surgeries and perhaps to traverse galaxies by studying the secret nightlife of hummingbirds. Thank you.